Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Persaud. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Here's what's happening today. A week ago, 4 men went on a bicycle ride in Okmulgee, Oklahoma, but they never came back. After several days, a missing person alert was sent out by police. Then on Friday, the missing person case became a murder investigation. The bodies of all 4 men were found in an Oklahoma river. All of them had been shot with their body parts cut off. Police say trying to figure out which body part belongs to which man may take some time because of the amount of time the bodies were in the water. Investigators say they have worked hundreds of cases, but none as violent as this one. Police say they do have a person of interest they want to talk to, but that person has gone missing and may be suicidal. A new survey finds a huge majority of American workers are finding it harder and harder to keep up with the cost of living. Inflation is causing the cost of everything to keep going up, and Americans can't keep up. About 21% of Americans are tapping into emergency savings to pay the bills. Roughly 6% are dipping into their 401k and making a hardship withdrawal. And 20% are looking for a higher paying job. Money experts also recommend turning your creative skills into a side hustle, or turning your professional skills into a consulting business and selling directly to customers to help make ends meet. Think about that. However, if you have federal student loans, you might be eligible for thousands of dollars in relief under the newly launched program from the Biden administration. The studentaid.gov website is up and running. You can apply now for cancellation of your student loan debt if you meet certain requirements, like making less than $125,000 a year. President Biden says more than 40 million Americans could get student loan relief. But could that extra spending power increase inflation? Some Democrats say no, but the nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget says yes. It estimates Biden's student debt policies altogether could boost inflation about 6 points over the next year. That would mean higher prices and likely higher interest rates. Bottom line, if you don't have student loans, you might end up having to pay for those who do. Former President Donald Trump is facing backlash after saying U.S. Jews aren't, quote, appreciative enough of his policies toward Israel, particularly when he was president. On his social media platform, Truth Social, Trump says, quote, no president has done more for Israel than I have. Somewhat surprisingly, however, our wonderful evangelicals are far more appreciative of this than the people of the Jewish faith, especially those living in the U.S. Then later in his post, he said, quote, U.S. Jews have to get their act together and appreciate what they have in Israel before it's too late. Political analysts are struggling to figure out why Trump would say something like this, especially just as midterm elections are starting. Also, Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is Jewish. His daughter, Ivanka, converted to Judaism, and some of his own grandchildren are Jewish. So far, Republican leaders have responded to Trump's criticism of American Jews with silence. Okay, this is my favorite actor, The Rock. Dwayne Johnson is back in movie theaters this weekend as the new DC comic extended universe superhero, Black Adam. Well, he's sort of an anti-hero. Johnson's character was in prison for 5,000 years. Then he was released in modern day times. And Black Adam's form of justice is not the way the Justice Society of America is used to doing things. Johnson says this is a role he's been preparing for more than a decade. He says legendary actor Clint Eastwood is his all-time favorite actor. And he was able to honor Eastwood's legendary badass break-the-rules character, Dirty Harry, in the movie. In fact, there is a line in the movie where a man says to Black Adam, "Heroes don't kill people." Well, Black Adam responds, "Well, I do." Black Adam opens in theaters this Friday, October 21st. I am so excited. I want to watch that. Here's a little proof that you don't have to grow up. The popular store Toys R Us is back. Several pop-up stores have opened inside Macy's locations across America for the holiday shopping season. Toys R Us closed all of its stores in 2018 after filing bankruptcy. But last year, the toy store signed a deal with WHP Global, which is the investment firm that now owns the Toys R Us brand. The pop-up stores are only in select Macy's locations like Atlanta, New York, LA, San Francisco, and Chicago. But some of those stores are huge, 10,000 square feet. Okay, this last story comes from my part of the world, Canada. First, there was Uber. then Uber Eats, and now something you might call Uber Smokes. Over the weekend, Uber Eats announced it will begin delivering marijuana in the Toronto area. You heard me right, delivering marijuana. The company is teaming up with online marijuana marketplace Leafly and will use 3 local cannabis retailers. Residents over the age of 19 can use the Uber Eats app to order from those retailers. The marijuana will be delivered by workers who have been certified under CanSell, Toronto's cannabis retail education program. Uber Eats says the new service will help cut down on impaired driving and combat the illegal cannabis market. We delivered to your front door? Very interesting. I would love to hear your comments on that. Just curious. A big thank you to our loyal Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. Remember, Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. Have a great day and a great night.